straight loud, entertainment, straight loud, entertainment, straight loud, entertainment. Hey, this is the Album Review Club, man. We chilling tonight. And another episode of the Album Review Club.
Hello.
Who?
Hello, nigga, the one, the only, the master, the man, the myth, the legend. You know what I'm saying? The monster. Hey, yo, who is this? Who's this? Who's this Chicano? He got MS-13 tattooed on his knuckles.
He's been hacked. He's been hacked.
His name's not Justin. It's Hustin. Hustin, what are you doing here? Put that guy down, Jesus. No, it looks good, but it's so different that I got to spend a couple minutes on this.
No, you did. You're good. I found out my hair was tight enough I could actually put it in a ponytail. So it's like I'm gonna start doing that for
So
now.
they want to get cornrows, but he'll get Puerto Rican waves. You look like an extra off of Assassin's Creed 2, where they were all in Italy. What in the world? You look like. Never mind. You know what? Before we even get started, how's everybody doing today, man? How's everybody?
Doing good. How about you?
You know what I'm saying, man? I just been doing the thing. You know what I'm saying? Just been doing my thing.
How many Sminos are you feeling?
Smino, what are you talking about? Who?
Are you feeling about 5 Sminos out of 15 or 20 Sminos out of a Smino bunch?
I'll be honest with you, man. I don't really know how to respond to you right now. I don't even know what to respond to you right now. I don't know.
Hey, I know how to respond. You gotta do it in Spanish.
That's what I was thinking, but the problem is, me no speak no Espanol. Me no speak no Espanol. My friends not gonna understand me.
Don't worry, you can speak Chinese, I'll speak in Japanese. And then Kobe can come in here with that Spanish. And Pope Wu can go in with that hood talk.
This nigga looks like an extra in the new Mask of Zorro. Like, what in the world?
You might have seen me in the new Thunderbolts movie.
You're like one of the guys that the Batman's definitely gonna whoop his ass to find out where the Joker is. Just like you're the person. What is going on? Hey, do one of these. Do one of these.
Wait, what?
And wait. When you do it, wait. When you do it, say, "Oh, that's good, Holmes."
Please try to get your stuff together so you can get this.
Look, man.
They go to deport Justin.
Nah, man. His name is not Justin anymore. It's Hector.
Justin,
I'm sorry.
That's Hispanic. Justin San Francisco de Mayo. What the?
Oh, my bad. This is Justin San Francisco de Mayo.
Big changes.
Hey, hell yeah.
Hey,
we all
I like it though. Respect.
No. It's his best look ever. It's just he's just Puerto Rican now. He's just Puerto Rican. That's it.
I'm just leaning
I guess that's the thing about being ethnically ambiguous. He can be wherever he wants to. He can be whatever he wants to be.
grow my beard up enough, I can turn Muslim out of nowhere.
Imagine Hector in Walgreens buying hair supplies now. Imagine we all out with Justin, and Justin's like, "Hold on, I gotta go to the hair supply store. My shit kind of dry." yo, pull over here.
All right, so welcome to the Album Review Club.
God damn.
Listen. Aside from 40's big surprise.
I just want to, before we get started, I just want to say today is a very special day. Yes, it is May the 4th, but it's also another special day. I just think, we've all done a lot of great things, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good, big accomplishments we've all had, you know what I'm saying?
This is about to be stupid.
Wait, 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 wait. Like Justin getting his green card last week.
But
I hope you got your affairs in order. Trump's coming for you, buddy.
but I think it's good that we celebrate, our accomplishments. You know what I'm saying, man? Like you
Man,
got
pull
brother
it
over
out, bro.
there.
Hurry up. Pull it out.
Okay. Well, you know what I'm saying? A couple weeks ago, your boy has accomplished something that, you know what I'm saying, only 4 people in the history of the world have ever accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Those 4 people are Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and your boy K-Chedda. You know what I'm saying? That's the only people that have ever gone back to back to back, aka the yeah. That official
Wait, you didn't win
three-peat.
3 times in a row?
Oh yes,
It
I
was
did.
2.
Yes, I did. Run the numbers back. Your boy won 3 years in a row, back to back to back.
I don't
So
feel it. I don't feel it.
We gotta have to research this
Yeah,
one. We
we
oh
gotta
yeah,
do the
I'll
research.
pull
All
up
right.
numbers for you. But anyway, you know what I'm
I'll be
saying.
real
So
with you. When you put Magic Johnson the first one, I'm like, this can go a lot of places. I was worried for you for a second. I was like, did you survive AIDS? Did you survive AIDS? Like what?
When he was like, I've done things only Magic Johnson had done. I was like, hold on now. I was like, this whole
but
live about to
anyway,
take a drastically dark turn.
anyway.
Like, shoot.
I'd like to, welcome y'all boys to my training day.
Hey, niggas, man.
So I'm going to go ahead and pull this thing on out
Wow.
right
With the Raptors
here,
logo.
I really, 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 really hope.
so y'all can get a good look at this.
I
Three-peat
really,
official
really, really
fantasy
hope.
champions,
Hold on,
Jurassic
Disrespectful.
hold on,
Park
hold on,
4,
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
2023, 2024,
I
2025.
really,
Make it official.
really, really hope you did win all 3 years.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We can. I got receipts for you.
Hold
Don't
on,
even
wait,
worry.
wait, 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 wait.
I'm
How
going to go
did
ahead
you
and
win
double chain it up
2020?
on it,
Wait,
too.
how did you win 2025?
Huh?
How did you win 2025? And
When did the
that
playoff?
season hasn't
When did the
started yet.
championship end?
That season hasn't started yet.
That championship just ended. 2024-2025 season, bro.
But you just said 2025, nigga. How many years are you counting, nigga? If you win, the season is 1 year. It covers 2
2023,
years. Doesn't make you back to back
2024,
champion. Now,
2025.
This is ridiculous.
okay, hey, okay.
I'll show
The
you our
numbers
receipts
not gonna add
afterwards.
up, and I want that chain burned on live next week.
Take a look. It's official. But
All
you
right, man. Let's
know,
get into this, man. I
like
don't
we
know what this
always
man's doing.
do, you know what I'm saying? Everybody grab what you're sipping on, and take a drink. Oh.
Whoa. Cheers.
Listen. I got 2 chains on. Them things go clink, clink, clink. So get ready.
It
Oh,
kind of hurts being a Smino fan, knowing that Kobe's also a Smino fan. This is really hurting my heart right now.
well, well,
Let's
check.
get into it, man. Smino, man.
It,
Noir.
Mino.
it's on you, bro. Introduce the tape. Tell us something about
Fake ass champion.
Huh?
talk.
So yeah,
Hmm?
man.
We can't hear you over your chains.
So we
Shit
got
sound like a
Smino.
Soldier Boy chains.
Hey, listen. All I hear is a lot of hate. All I hear is a lot of hate. You know what I don't see? I don't see a lot of chains. I only see 2. I only see 2 chains. I
Three.
don't see very many other chains out
Nigga,
there.
we live out.
They're not big enough. They're not big enough. That's all I'm saying. I can't see them. You know what I'm saying? I need a magnifying glass. But no, Smino dropped Noir. You know what I'm saying? In November 2018, leading singles we got LMF, Clank, Z4L. It is the follow up to his debut album. Which the name is slipping me right now. But anyway,
Like black or some shit.
Hey, yo. Black Swan. Go ahead.
yeah, Black Swan. There we go. There we go.
Big ass Smino.
So yeah, I mean, it didn't really hit the charts too high. Like it peaked at 191 on the U.S. Billboard 200,
Nigga,
which
the
is
theme of the week
that's
is
what I'm
underrated.
saying.
You're not
Let me
supposed to be
finish.
hitting those
Let me
charts.
finish.
Let me
Oh,
finish.
my bad, my bad.
LMF. Let me finish.
Go ahead,
Because
go
that's
ahead, go
not what
ahead,
that
go ahead,
stands
go
for.
ahead. My
LMF.
bad,
There
my
you
bad,
go.
my bad, my bad, my bad.
It peaked at
It don't matter
191, but like I
where it
said,
peaked. No,
like I said, that's the reason why we're bringing him up here today, because I do think the Bleed the Boy is underrated extremely. As y'all probably heard this week, the man is talented. He's got many different flows, many different styles, many different sounds. And it's all great. My experience with Smino though is like I think it was like 20. I think it was around the time this album or just after this album dropped. I was getting a lot of them on my Spotify, like just my random shuffle. It was like him and Saba kept popping up back to back to back, back to back to back, 3 feet. Anyway, so they kept popping up in my Spotify shuffle. So like I kind of like linked them together. Ironically, because I didn't realize this, they actually have a group together. It's Smino, Saba, and No Name. They got a group called Ghetto Sage, which apparently they might be dropping something
gross.
later. You a hater, bro. Anyway, they
That
might be
nigga said
dropping
no name, no
something.
name, no name. Kind of ass. But go ahead, continue.
I mean, she has her peaks. But they got something
Angela's.
dropping probably later on this year. It's funny because like I was trying to figure out how to describe Smino. I looked it up and like I had Google because like how do you describe Smino, man? And like the way he even describes himself is he calls it like ratchet romance or futuristic funk with the hint of like soulful rap, which I feel like sounds about right, man. He's a very soulful dude.
I wouldn't say soulful, but I'll wait for me in my turn.
Yeah,
I'll
go
wait
ahead,
for my
yeah,
turn.
go ahead, Philo. Tell us your experiences with the boy
Um,
Smino.
hold on. Did Hector want to go first? All right. So Smino. Like my introduction to Smino is probably around like the same time, give or take a year though. I think it was like a year and a half late though. Um, when he popped up on my radar, I was like, yo, who's this? Like, I thought he was from Cali because y'all already know I'm tapping with Cali rappers. When he first popped up, I was like, oh, he must be part of that Amine, like Smino, blah, blah, blah type of group. And then I started listening to this one. I listened to this before I listened to Black Swan. I was like blown away. Like, this, he is incredibly talented as a rapper. I think that how I would describe his music is there's gonna be people gonna say I'm hating. People gonna say I'm, shooting shots. All I'm gonna say is this: Smino, and I can go into depth about this later, is what people claim Andre 3000 is. Like that's how he raps. Like he raps like that for real, for real. He puts out content. The flow is ridiculous. He has multiple different flows. The wordplay is insane, and the type of music he makes is probably just like it's like a descendant from
Yeah,
backpack rap.
I'm gonna put a flag on. I had to sit on it for a minute. I'm gonna put a flag on that because with
What's
Andre,
wrong?
his work is already kind of like cemented. Like people just put him there.
No
People
one's
keep him there.
taking it away. What I'm saying is that has nothing to do with Andre. That's more about how people talk about Andre. The things they say, you could say the same things about Smino. That's what I'm saying. Oh man, he's like a lyrical miracle. Blah 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 blah. All that stuff. Like that's how talented I think Smino is. If like
Only reason I can't agree with that, I feel like people highly overrate Andre 3000. So that'll be saying that because like some people got him like top five. I'm just like, whoa.
yeah.
So that
Well,
you
so
say
hold
that
on. Meet me
makes
in
me
the
feel
middle. Meet me in
like
the middle. Then meet me in the middle. If Smino's underrated, right, and Andre's overrated, Smino's about here where it's like he is that good. Like he is that talented. But yeah, man, I think he makes really, really good music. I haven't listened to his last album because a lot of my favorite rappers have been dropping and they kind of got lost in the shuffle. But this was a really, really good project to go back and revisit. I really enjoy this listen, and we're gonna get into it. Anybody else? Y'all familiar with Smino? Y'all listen to Smino?
Nope, but I think I've heard y'all talk about it.
There we go.
I'm pretty sure that this has been his name's come up in conversation. So he's not like, but that's also because it could have been like either you, Jay, or Chedda talking about it.
It's
So,
probably Cheddar. It's
ooh,
probably Cheddar. I don't really bring Smino up that much.
do you know
No,
anything
no,
about
no. It
Smino?
was
No.
definitely Philo. Philo talks about Smino way more than I do.
Okay.
yeah.
I don't think I thought. I don't think I've talked about Smino almost not ever, but like not with y'all. Like it would have never came up. Maybe
I
with you.
strongly
Maybe
disagree.
I
It's
found.
okay. I strongly disagree, but it's
There,
fine.
wait, it's weird. So if you guys are, if you're just now tuning in, I like a certain type of rap. Cheddar likes a certain type of rap, and typically those rap paths never cross.
Mhm.
However, randomly he will bring up an artist. I'm just like, I didn't know you listened to him, and I'll bring up an artist, and he's like, oh man, you listen to him too, because we don't talk about rap that much. So it just randomly would be with each other. And we'd be like, yeah man, I listen to Toby Lou.
That did surprise,
It never
that
came
did
up in
surprise me
conversation.
a lot.
But nah, man, let's go ahead and get into it, big dog.
I ain't, I only listen to it like whatever I'm around with Cheddar. That's about it.
That's
Cheddar will throw something on, which is, I mean, how I started listening to it. I ain't never sat down and listened to it, so.
let's get into it, man.
All right.
Hector, can we start with you with the
The
highlight?
highlight?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, actually, I'll set it off. That's cool. New look, new style, new place in the pecking order, I suppose. I'm just gonna go ahead and do Tequila Mockingbird, Crushed Ice, and now if the third one is basically a toss up between Clink and Bam. And the problem is, I really like Bam because it's so goofily annoying that I just really like appreciate it. You know, like sometimes Smino does this thing where like if it was like anybody else, it might not work. But I also like, as to Fullow's point, like you can definitely like hear the talent. So when he makes a goofy ass song, you can just be like, oh, this guy's just having fun. He's just doing something goofy. Whereas some guys make like really goofy, corny, like trashy beats and like trashy like hooks and everything. But it's like that's actually the point. Whereas for Smino, it's just kind of like fun.
No disrespect to Kyle.
like you didn't like that album back then. But anyway, proceed.
But yeah, so I would definitely do. I think the thing that's tough with Clink is that it's so catchy that it gets stuck in your head forever. But Tequila Mockingbird like comes out of nowhere because it's like a whole different vibe. And then that balance on it, that shit's crazy. It was like, and it just like takes it like it's sonically crazy. Crushed Ice is a song you need to have the right speakers for. If you do not have the right speakers for it, this song does not hit the same. But when you actually get a lot of sub and a lot of bass with those like little like the way the production is on that and the way him and Valet or is it Bale or Valet or whatever, but yeah, but the way those two kind of play off each other, it's like a whole different style and like a different like. And in this case, for this type of album, it actually feels like it showcases more of his versatility because you kind of get all these different like flows, these different beats, these different like ideas. So I'm not sure. This is more of a question for y'all, if you consider that to be like his style or if he's just going on like a one-off kind of thing. But anyways, that's my question.
This is it's part of his style. Once again,
Okay.
like Cheddar's right. Like he can make a lot of different type, and like if you don't, even if you don't hear it from him in his like music, when you hear who he's featured with, sometimes you're just like, how the fuck is he on this track?
Yeah.
He's just one of those cats, man. But go ahead,
And I
Will.
will say, I will say one of the things he said about this album in particular is like he's like, I'm trying to do something different from like the last album. Like Dirt Quote was like, this music is fun as hell. Like I think he went on this album and he's like, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this and try some things and do some whatever. But like I think he was having fun with this album. He had a lot of fun with it. You can hear it.
But yeah, shoot, for me, I appreciate the vibe is consistent throughout the project. From top to bottom, you kind of, I mean, it puts you in the mood, and you typically stay in that mood the whole time. You know, you're not up, you're not down, you're not doing a whole bunch of extra stuff. You're in that same vibe. With some of the songs, they give like an Outcast type feel. That's why it was funny that you brought Andre 3K because I mean, there are you can feel the influence with that. Some gave Tory Lanez, some gave Earth Gang.
He's done
And
a
then
couple songs with Earth Gang. I think he was on that last. He was on that that weird mixtape that they dropped that one summer.
yeah, and then when I went back and looked, there's some like all throughout my playlist. I didn't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like how the interludes are at the end of the song. I brought that up during the Ludacris joint. If you just want to skip that joint, you can just switch it at the end.
My bad.
But
Yellow flag, which means like I'm cool with it. I just want to throw a penalty real fast. Interruption flag. I forgot he had interludes up here, and I was like, man, this is kind of taking me back to like the 2000s, man. This shit not too bad. Like, it could be cheesy and fucked up. I kind of fuck with it, but go ahead.
it's crazy because I also got that in my negatives too. And then it's like you get the electro, new age type of music mixed with neo soul type of influence. So for me, my songs I liked off of this was Tequila Mockingbird, Spins, Verizon, Low Down Dirty Blues, even though the interlude is too long.
Yeah.
And Z4A.
What the fuck are these niggas talking about, bro? All right, man. Go ahead. Who got the rock?
Shoot, give it back to Cheddar then.
All right, bet. Yeah, that's echo kind of what you guys were saying. Like there's like a whole neo soul kind of vibe undertones, undertones, overtones this or whatever. It's like a vibe. This whole album is a vibe, to say the least. Um, and he's having fun with it, man. But like I'd say highlights from it was really hard. It was really hard. Now, Clink was a highlight. LMF was a highlight. Which I don't know if y'all watched the video because I sent it out, but like this man is sitting there dancing with I can't remember the Zaboomafoo monkey, the King Julian off of Penguins of Madagascar. It's like riding around on his back or whatever, and he's like dancing around and whatnot. It's Smino's a vibe, no matter what, no matter how you
Uh,
look at it. Smino's a whole vibe.
uh, how is that a vibe, bro?
Because it is. It is. It's some crazy dope shit.
It's called the Zaboomafoo vibe. We
He's got a
Zaboomafoo
cookout,
in
and he's got a I can't think of the name of the monkey, man, bro. He's got a monkey on his back, chilling, bro. Just watch the video. It's
Someone
all
say
it's
that
all
Smino
it's
needs
all fun.
to get his monkey off his back. I'm sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
All
also,
Go
right.
ahead, Smino.
also, because I didn't realize I was trying to figure out why he was because the LMF was because it was one of the highlights from there. I was trying to figure out why he kept mentioning Jason because Jason Voorhees is definitely not from St. Louis, but there is a Crystal Lake in St. Louis. Little known fact. And Jason Tatum is from St. Louis. I had no idea until I listened to LMF, bro. But yeah, Jason Tatum
One of the
or
worst
Jason
things to
Voorhees.
come out of St.
You can
Louis.
either stab him or you can shoot him like Jason Tatum, or stab him like Jason Voorhees. Anyway, um, Clink, LMF. Um, we got the biscuits. Doobie doobie doobie. Like I just it cracked me up. It was a funny thing. But Merlot's another fire one for me. MF Groove. I bump with that one too hard. Z4L. But Z4L stands for Zero for Life, by the way. That's like the name of his crew. It's like
The name of his
uh
label is like, well, I thought it was called for Zero League.
yeah, Zero League. That's the name
Yeah,
of the
Zero
label
League.
slash crew.
Oh, yeah, bet. All right,
But yeah,
you finished or you
go
done?
ahead. Go ahead, Philo.
All right, so I'm surprised to hear you guys say Tequila Mockingbird so many times, but it's a solid track. It's just I'm trying to be somebody's highlight. Mine's obviously Clink, which is fire. Spins, Z4L, Merlot, Hoopty, and Fenty
Mm,
Sex with Dreezy. Shout out to Dreezy. Shout out to Dreezy. But
yeah.
Dreezy had like a solid like 3 4 years in the late 2010s where Dreezy was like cooking. I thought Dreezy was about to blow the fuck up. But and then obviously MF Groom with Raven Lene. Raven Lene is one of my favorite young R&B artists right now. I had no idea that she was
Really?
signed to Smino's label.
Oh, really?
I've been listening. You said what?
Oh,
Yeah,
really? I
yeah.
didn't know
I've
that either.
been listening to Raven Lene since like 2019. Like it's kind of it's wild to see that they're like in the same label. I never looked up who she was signed with. But yeah, man. Those are my like highlights. I want to say something in
Hoopty
particular
was fire.
with like Z4L and Fenty Sex with Dreezy. It's just like he has this like what it comes across in this album so clearly is every so often you'll have a rapper who is on the up and coming, but they know how good they are. Like, and they're not wrong about how good they are, and they're very confident in how they approach. This is an album that like typically an artist would feel confident in making like 2 3 albums in. Once they know that their style is going to sell and that things are going to go well, blah 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 blah. Nah, man, like he kind of came out the gate because I didn't hear Black Swan, so this might have been other people's introduction to him, and for him to be so confident and so on point with this is incredibly impressive. I don't think I ever gave this like a full listen, like 1 to 18, but
7.
like yeah, man, it's just I was very, very, very impressed. Like before we listened to this last week, I already knew I like Clean. I already knew I like Tequila Mockingbird, but then I started digging into like some of these other songs, and it's like Hoopty
Hoopty's
always
fire.
skipped over Hoopty. I thought Hoopty was whack. Fenty Sex. I don't think I've ever heard Fenty Sex before.
Wow.
That shit was fine. Yeah, man, this shit was a solid ass listen, bro. We're gonna go ahead and
I
get
will
into the
say,
vote.
I had a very hard time picking because I knew I was going to do Smino. I said it last week. I knew I was going to do Smino. I had a very hard time picking which album because, like, if you go through and listen to his albums, most of his albums I feel like are as solid as this. Like, what's the one that you like a lot, Philo?
Something for life. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, that one's fire. The one he dropped recently with Dragon Ball
Oh,
something on there is fire too. It's like it's Smino.
what do you mean love
It's dope.
for rent?
Love for
Yeah,
rent.
Love
Love
for
for
Rent.
rent.
Love for Rent.
Love for rent. There we go. Something I knew the number 4 was in there somewhere. But yeah, low for rent, which we're not gonna do that right now. But
It might come up at some point.
fire. Just go listen to Matinee. It's like Kung called this album, but it's better. But no, let's go ahead and get to the low lights. We're gonna switch this up a little bit. Chedda, back to you for the low lights.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Dub kind of hinted at this, which is one of my low lights. Not, and I say I wouldn't call it a low light necessarily. I call it somewhat of a missed opportunity because I like skits more when they tie into like a concept album central narrative type of thing, and I feel like he missed out on an opportunity to kind of do, I don't know, just kind of have a running kind of theme with
This
his skits.
guy and his fucking themes, bro. It's okay, we did it.
Oh, that's valid.
We did it already.
That's valid, man. That's valid.
Everything's not a movie,
I know,
Chedda.
I know. I'm just saying it was a missed opportunity. I don't necessarily
Some
hate
things are
his.
anthology series.
I don't necessarily hate the skits. It's just some of them are a bit too long. Some of them are a little pointless. Like the ones that I feel like are kind of decent are the one that goes into Hoopty, though, like the one at the end of We the Business that goes into Hoopty. I think that was a good one. The one that goes into Spins is kind of all right because it kind of fits a little bit. And there's one more. The one before Fancy Sex is a bit too much. But like if it played to a central theme, was like, oh, I'm sitting on the couch watching TV, flipping through the channel. There could have been a central running narrative that could have fit. What?
Red
Go ahead.
flag, red flag. I just want to point out. Funny thing is, I don't know if this was his inspiration. I haven't seen no interviews. I haven't read no fucking anything. It reminded me of how the skits were with Country Grammar with Nelly. It kind of reminded me of like, who's the biggest rapper ever come out of St. Louis?
Nelly.
Nelly. And it's like it kind of, I don't know if it was in like inspired by it, but it kind of reminded me of some of those like them boys is black, them boys is country, them niggas is
Man,
out there in St. Louis.
man, forget all that, man.
That shit got a hit, bro. Let me in now. Let me in now. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
The only other there's only one song on this album that I did not like, and that was Crushed Ice.
Yes, 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 man, yes.
It's
That's
funny
my
because
40.
it's kind of funny because like 40 hit me up outside of this, and he like sent the video to me. Like, yo, this bass is crazy. And there's something about the way I saw Valet's name up there that I was like, this looks familiar. I looked in my library and I realized Valet was on the Amine album, and I don't. He was on that what song was it? Zach and Cody song. Which, if y'all remember, that's the specific reason why I told you guys to listen to it in a certain order, so that you wouldn't listen to that song first, because I hated that song. So I don't know what it is. It's something about when you work with Valet, you got to have a certain kind of beat, a certain kind of whatever that it just doesn't gel with me very well. Um, this one, I don't hate this one as much as I hate Zach and Cody, but I still don't like this song,
I
and
don't like
it's the
Zach
only
and
one on
Cody
the
either.
album that I don't like.
When you said
Everything else,
me
I'm
Zach and
either
Cody, I was
okay
like,
or
do you
love.
like this song? So I'm glad
Huh?
that he did. When you said me Zach and Cody, I was like, do you like this song? I don't want to like be mean. But then I was like, I'm hearing you say that you didn't like it. I'm like, okay, cool, we're on the same boat because I
Yeah, no.
didn't.
Yo, we might have to do like a special episode where Cheddar just shits on all of these big rappers and their like companions they bring with them. Motherfucker don't like Chevy Woods. Motherfucker don't like motherfucker hates Chevy Woods for some
Tip
reason.
the Ripper.
Hate
Shit the
Kid,
Ripper.
yeah, hate Chip the Ripper, which is such a wild thing to say. To hate Chip the Ripper.
He
It's just
like,
like I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with you, bro. It's okay to like the
You know,
Robin. Robin not supposed to be
I'm
like
partial on
Batman.
Lil Fate. I'm partial on Lil Fate.
Robin not supposed to be Batman. You keep shitting on Robin because Robin not Batman. It's like, man, who the fuck let Robin in here? He's part of the duo sometimes.
So I like. I'm cool with Shaggy. Shaggy's always dope. You know what I'm saying? Shaggy and Scooby Doo.
wow.
That's another dude. Doobie
all right,
Doobie. We got the
all right,
biscuits.
all right,
We
all
got the
right, all right,
biscuits.
all right,
Doobie
all right.
Doobie Doo. But
All right,
anyway,
hey,
bro.
so we're gonna go ahead and move on to
Picture
Will.
the
Will, go
SpongeBob
ahead.
skit.
All right, so for me, Chad, shut the fuck up. For me, appreciate
Your
Lee.
mom heard that. Your mom heard that. You know.
Oh, hey, yo, hold
I,
on.
I said free. I said free. uh, but I appreciate him putting interludes in the songs. But I just feel like some of the songs kind of got drug out. I feel like he could have edited them like for some for
Y'all gotta get some new criticisms. Your
well maybe niggas need more
your
original.
stick can't be. I hate songs that are longer than 2 minutes.
Nah, not even that, because everything was under. I ain't get no flag for that. All I'm saying is sometimes you can just fade that shit out without giving us an extra 30, 40
All
minutes.
right,
Sure.
You
all
did
right.
like extra 30, 40 seconds, like covert LMF, Tequila Mockingbird, an extra 30 to 40 seconds on the end of it. And then you got to interlude sometimes. But
I thought it was okay.
with that said, uh MF Groove at the end of it is like a solo for everybody that's involved on the beat. And it just felt unorganized.
All right, all right.
On Verizon, the last minute and 30 seconds, it's just him playing around in the studio and the beat just playing itself down. Man, cut that shit. Give us another song. Give us another song, nigga. The end of Biscuits, a minute and 45.
Trash. Trash. Absolute trash. Garbage.
uh, Paisano, I'm good without that too. The only thing that
Yeah.
did save me was the transition from that song into the Low Down Dirty Blues, which I like. Which is just the hi hat, just changing like the the tempo, not the tempo, but switching keys up. Which
Wait,
sometimes
you think Pisano? You think Pisano was trash?
um, I'm not, I'm good without Pisano.
I liked it, but that's fair.
But doing that, you can kind of it started sounding the same in between. Like we got the what between Pisano into like
Isn't it Paisano?
Bam Bam. Um,
10 toes on the ground, Flintstone.
Low Down Dirty Blues, and somehow I picked this up when I had it in shuffle. I picked this up because they swapped the order of the songs. I put Low Down Dirty Blues and 50 Cents kind of sound the same. And then we add that with Bam Bam, which is like I think those three are in order.
Yeah.
That John Star. All three of those basically be the same song, especially the way he always switches up on his joints. But when you come to find out, it's all by the same producer. It's like you get that when half your albums produced by one nigga. So that's my only down.
That's what I've been saying about J. Cole for years.
But hey,
Were you putting those timestamps at like the 1:45? Are you saying like it's at 1 minute 45 seconds and then the end of the song, or are you saying it's like 1 minute and 45 at the end?
the
That
last
last minute 45.
Last minute and 45 seconds. Do you actually like figure that shit out and was like, oh,
because
ooh,
every
like
single time I look up, like after it repeats itself like 2, 3 times, I look up and I'm like, dang, we still got like another 10, 20 seconds on this joint. And then when you listen to the album over and over again, you just like, all right.
I mean,
I
I
know.
hear you and everything, but you gotta watch how you talking to Justin, man.
Hey, but
You
to
gotta watch how
double
you
up,
talking to Justin.
hey,
so
With
to
that
double,
hairstyle and that beard combo,
hey, to
that put him joining the cartel. It might be part of the cartel now. It's
uh,
like, shoot.
but to
Nah,
double down,
man.
ice, it's the worst song on this album. It sounds like
really?
a polished, upgraded version of how everybody's first beat in Fruit Loops. When you put that jump down, you do like, oh man, I need to put a whole bunch of bass on this. Yeah, that's how it feels for me. So I feel like Lil Wayne probably could have killed it, but nah.
Like 2006 Lil Wayne, or like.
Yeah, like,
This is like.
Elite Dress, Lil Wayne.
but
All right,
yeah,
I was about to say.
but yeah,
But hey, you done? You finished or you done?
Saint Saint Justin.
Is that? No, it goes to the flow, don't it? We're going vice versa. We're
He
going
might,
reverse, reverse.
he might, he might start wearing a big ass Jesus piece, but it's gonna be like an actual crucifix, and get sleeve tattoos and shit. And he's like, no, it's just my normal style. But nah, man,
Start
look.
being
So,
Mariana today.
if it's on me, my low lights are very similar to Woo's, except for I don't know what the fuck he's talking about when he says low down dirty blues and 50 Cent sound the same. Nigga tripping. But aside from that, though, the only one I really want to go like really in depth on is it's more like an overall problem I have with the album. It's just like the highs and the lows. Like there was a point where I was going through this album this week where I was just like, man, is it the second half? And then I like went and listened to it and I was like, I don't think it's the second half. It's like kind of spaced out. Like the bad shit, no, it's not all bad, but it's like the low lights are spaced out throughout the entire album. So like for me, I've listened to this. Covert and LMF are nowhere near as good as Clink and Tequila Mockingbird and Spins. So you have those starting the album out. That's kind of low for me. Then you're in like spins. You get the somersault, kind of iffy. You get the Z4L, fantastic, Merlot, and then you have We Got the Biscuits. It's like the lowlights are just randomly spaced throughout the album, which it's kind of like it made it hard to like the whole album because as I'm experiencing it, it's like, oh yeah, this shit. Oh wait, I forgot. I forgot. We gotta listen to Bam Bam. It's like, oh man, this shit's go. Oh wait, it's crushed ice. You know what I'm saying? Like it was that type of high low for me. But that's kind of my only really problem because it's like the songs I don't like up here are not bad songs. I just don't
First,
like them. But
like,
they're juxtaposed next to songs that I really really fuck with. So it's just like when I go back and I edit this album in my iTunes, it's gonna be a lot of like because my iTunes will keep the number, so it's gonna be a lot of like 3, 5, 7, 11. It's not gonna be like a streak where it's just like I feel like we had an album a couple weeks ago where it was like a streak of songs were good and then the back half was ass. This is like no, it's just like 1 or 2 good, bad, 2, 3 good, bad, then other bad, which is normal for albums. So I'm not gonna shit on him for that. But that was my overall low light. It's just like man, this was hard to like. If the album's a vibe, but the fucked up songs fuck the vibe up. That's it.
Yeah.
I just
No, I get.
that's fair.
I actually. You said that you didn't like Covert, or it just wasn't fitting at the start of that? Because I didn't like Covert for that
It's
reason. That it just.
crazy to hear Covert and LMF given what comes in this actual album.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, like, and when I don't like, it's kind of like you start off on a speed bump, and then as you said, you kind of like hit speed bumps throughout this album.
Exactly. Like instead of driving on a highway where every so often you're gonna have like a rough patch of highway, it's like driving in like a residential area where it's like no stop sign. Oh man, but we're running stop sign. School zone. It's just like that's
but
kind of what it felt like.
which would you rather be in? Like something where it stops, like, but you still kind of got control of it, or just stop and go traffic where you?
I'd rather. Okay, so I think I said this before. When I'm listening to albums, I'd rather there be a low point in the album, and then the rest is kind of smooth because it shows from a production album standpoint. You looked at what you had and you were like, all right, we're gonna put the weaker tracks here. We're gonna put the weaker tracks there. That type of thing. This kind of felt like if I was in the studio with him while they were putting this album together, it kind of felt like they were just like, oh, well, that's done. Put it up there. It's like, but it doesn't really go. Put it up there. It's fine. It's like to have like LMF leading to Clink and Tequila Mockingbird is wild. That's a wild,
I don't
like, as
know
far
if it's
as
fire though.
quality. As far as quality, that's
I,
kind of wild.
I don't know if it's fire.
prefer sprinkle. I prefer to be mixed in there. I don't want to just get hit with all the bad songs at once.
Yeah.
Whoa! This
What most artists do is they put it at the back half or in the middle.
I don't
I'm not saying
care.
that. I'm not saying that's like the best way.
I,
I'm saying that's what I prefer.
I, I don't care where it's at. Just sprinkle that bitch in, so I ain't gotta see it too
Yeah.
much.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Drop it in one section so I know when I'm like in the lull. I'm just like, oh, this must be the part of the
Yeah,
album where it's
but like I get what you're saying, but like I feel like it's better to do it this way because from perspective of listening to this person for like the first time, if it's your first exposure to him, you're gonna want to hear some good, like oh that's not that great, but the next song was good, as opposed to being like oh this is a chunk of bad, you might turn off and not want to listen to the album anymore.
Yeah.
like
It's like oh
okay.
this is bad, this is bad,
I'll
this is
give you
bad.
another
You know
example.
what? I'm done.
I'll give you another example of a stretch. There's another stretch in here. Z4L loves Z4L. Merlot, great follow up to Z4L. Then we got the biscuits.
Doobie.
That's what I'm saying. And then it goes back. Then I like Hoopty. I don't know about y'all. I like Hoopty.
Oh, I love
Goes back
Hoopty.
up to Hoopty.
I love
Follows up
Hoopty.
like with Pisano. I feel like Pisano's kind of ass. So it's like it's high, low, all in the span of like 10 minutes of real time listening to the album. That's a lot, especially when I have such a high opinion of him. It'd be like, nigga, you know what good music sounds like, and you kind of put this shit together the way it is. I'm not shitting on him for it. I'm just saying when we get to the ratings part, this is going to factor in. It's like Jason. It's like Jason Tatum. There we go. It's like why Jason Tatum didn't
Jason Tatum
win
or Jason
Finals MVP.
Corey?
No, let me finish. It's like when Jason Tatum didn't win Finals MVP last year. It's like why didn't he win Finals MVP? There were just parts of the game where it's just like, he got 27, but like it don't feel like you know what I'm saying. Like he went like 5, 6, 7 minutes while scoring. It's just like it's like you know what I'm
I
saying.
don't know.
I'd rather
I
just
don't
keep
know.
it
Let you tell her that's better than him just being average every single quarter.
I mean, I will say, if there's anyone average in the NBA, go ahead, 40.
Oh, so like I didn't like We Got the Biscuits. I'll just go ahead and take that out. What was that?
He about to be an all NBA player now. What's
Don't
the
give a shit.
what's the
Don't give a shit. He's a Celtics player. Fuck them all.
he on the couch right now. My fault. My
Go ahead, 40.
Yeah. So we got the biscuits I like. Now I will say that like my dislike list is really just based off of me discovering Smino through this like album, and then trying to like attune myself to it just based on how like I was listening to it. Because I think everybody like it sounded like you Woo listened to this album constantly on repeat. Is that how you're doing it? No,
no. I'll
no.
shoot this week. I'll listen to a lot of Dolph. I'll listen to a lot of Big Crit.
Shout out to Key Glock.
Mm.
Yeah, Key Glock. I'll listen to
New
that.
album.
Um,
Oh, so you got this like? Do you guys just put this like? Do you put like when we're doing our reviews? Do you just put your album on like intermittently, like whenever like fits an occasion? Because I always try to do like different areas as I always do, but for
I
this one,
throw it
like
around. I throw it around. So it depends. Like if I'm in the mood to listen, if I'm not in the mood to listen, I'll throw it on. If I'm working out, if I'm not working out, if I'm chilling, whatever the fuck, I'll throw it on because it's just like it kind of lets me know. Like sometimes you're in a good headspace and you might like something that you wouldn't normally like, and if you're in like a normal headspace, you'll listen to it. You're like, man, I actually don't like this shit that much.
yeah,
So I throw my albums on at all points in time.
because that's kind of because of like I was kind of doing the same thing. I will say that like a lot of my dislikes could be likes in the future. The We Got Biscuits, I just it didn't like stick to me. There was a part between Low Down Dirty Blues and Fenty Sex, and I wrote Fenty Sex, but it could have just been Low Down Dirty Blues that I didn't like because I actually do think that I like Drizzy. Like as I put Fenty Sex down, Drizzy's part came on, and I was like, oh, actually, I might be
hey,
wrong about this.
oh, flag. Two flags. Two flags. Shut up. Disrespectful. Put yourself on mute for 5 minutes. That's disrespectful. And 40, if you just add Bam 2X onto that one, then you'll have three songs that sound similar that you hate.
Well, I do like no, I like Bam. I just like I like when Smino's goofy. Like I do enjoy goofy Smino. It's one of those things that like his energy can make a lot of these like dumb songs. Like that's why I like Crushed Ice. Smino like really takes control of that track because like I don't really remember the second half of it. I just remember like Smino's part. I'm like, oh, this is crazy, and then I kind of lose interest halfway through. But I do like the way Smino kind of like even with Tequila Mockingbird, like when that beat hits and he just like takes it over and like you like that is his track. But anyway, that's why I like those songs. But yeah, the reason why I didn't like them, the ones I didn't like, was literally because they just got like a culling. You know, sometimes you have to put three on there, and sometimes they just land where they do. It's not my fault. But I'll go ahead. Let's get to the ratings. Who wants to start it off?
I think that we should start off with you, bro. After what you just said, how you feel?
I'm gonna give it a B.
Okay.
It every listen, it goes from like a B to a B plus, but I'm gonna stick to a B only because there's times where songs I thought hit didn't hit again. And then there's a lot of stuff I still consistently think is great and shows like a lot of promise. But there's a couple songs like on here that like I think some of them would have taken the top three dislike spot outside of the ones I picked. Like I think that that was one of the problems that I was having. Isn't that's not that they're bad. It's just they might not be as in depth as I was thinking they were because I didn't listen to it enough, you know. But that's kind of the MO. I'll go ahead and pass
Okay.
back on. Reverse. Go ahead, Fuller.
I give it a B plus. I give it a B plus because, man, like those low points and the way they were spaced out, it's like it really dropped. It dropped it from like I was listening to this. When I listen to highlights only, this is an A plus quality project. But the lows bring me down to a B plus. I also think that like it's just off of talent alone, which I think is amazing. I think this is the strongest B plus I'm gonna give. It's just off of pure rapping ability and talent and wordplay and just like it's nice to see someone this fucking talented just like in their fucking like in their bag, in their like era, in their like element where it's just like it or don't like it, like this is Smino. Like this is exactly what Smino is. And so when you hear the good shit, it's like, notice none of us said, man, he just rapping about some bullshit. Oh man, man, I don't know what's wrong with his flow. he's not one of them guys. He one of them guys where it's just like I don't think I've ever heard a bad rapping performance from Smino, like ever.
Man,
Like features, he always kills features,
to be
and then on
quite,
this
just the
song,
whole clink, just the whole clink. Man,
anyway,
it's bad.
on like it's just
It's bad.
he's just one of those cats, and I really appreciate this album. And he 100% fits this like category of underrated because, in my humble opinion, easily top 10. One could argue top 5 rapping right now, like line all of them up. I don't know people. I'm taking this clearly over Smino. So yeah,
Let's not forget he
40,
said
would
that
you
he was
consider him rated, underrated, overrated, or rated?
Smino. I definitely think that like if you had him at like I think when it comes to like underrated artists, it's one of those things where like if you saw them perform live at like Dreamville, right, and you didn't know who they were, and then they started going off, you'd be like, oh, this guy might be someone that I just don't know. It might be actually really popular. I think Smino kind of falls into that, where like if he's underrated, it's because no one has caught wind of him, but he could also be properly rated just because of the fact that he didn't come into my wheelhouse. But that's because I'm not really on that same kind of like that the where his music would hit. I'm not following it, but he is really good. Like there's no there. I don't think there's anything that I can say that would be like, oh no, Smino's not a good rapper. He doesn't have any like musical ability or whatever. Because for 18 songs, there's a lot of versatility. There's a lot of stuff that's I think song placement's kind of a tough deal for a lot of artists. It's just like trying to put everything.
also that he was young.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I was watching his videos as you sent them to me. Shout out to K-Chedda. And like there's a lot of fun. And I think that's something that is really I think it's kind of like that young perspective.
He is
What?
a Cheddar artist. I said
Yeah,
he is a Cheddar
I mean
artist.
even if the guy was like completely depressed, he'd still like somehow find a way to have fun.
Sure. He's gonna be depressed with a smile on his face.
Side note, because it finally came to me that it's a lemur. That monkey is a lemur. But
Yeah.
anyway,
All
proceed.
right.
But you know that when he says the
And
boomer,
also,
I'm like you met a lemur, right?
yeah, I didn't even say anything. I'm
You
just
said
going
it?
word for the word. You said it walking silently. You know what? All right, it's
No,
cool.
no,
So it is what it
because
is.
when some people say the boomer food, sorry, my little
Woo,
brother
what's
loves the boomer
your
food and
rating?
loves
Woo,
lemurs.
what's your rating? Before we get off about lemurs and monkeys, all types of other shit.
And I will say, Smino's coming to my city later on this month, and I'm probably going to catch that show.
Oh,
Toronto?
really?
Yeah, man. He's already been to Toronto, actually. He's already been to Toronto.
Denver,
Man.
Phoenix, Houston,
Yeah, fuck
Arizona,
Canada,
Dallas.
bro. Straight
Wait,
up. Yo, fuck
He's
Canada.
supposed to
You
be in
going to Canada?
Charlotte.
I don't
You going to
live in
Canada?
Charlotte. Huh?
You going to Canada? I'm
Nah.
about to say, dang, bro. You know,
Toronto,
He
Boston,
he
Chicago.
This
already
nigga
went to
said,
Toronto.
my city, man. Hey, he coming to my city.
He's coming to
Fuck
the
you,
city close.
T.I.
He's coming close to where I
Boston,
currently
not my
reside.
city.
He's coming close to where I currently reside. How about that?
There you go. Okay, now I understand what you're saying.
Wait.
Will, go ahead, man. What's your rating, big
You know
dog?
what? Go ahead.
I give it a B plus.
See, he
Uh,
does have taste sometimes, man.
yeah, I give it a B plus. The fact that Kofi tried to put me on with Clink, and eventually, after listening to his album multiple times, I started not liking Clink. I just respect it because it is catchy as hell. But
Have you heard the Clink remix though with T
We're not
Pain?
doing this. We're not doing this.
The
But
beat
go
is
ahead.
slightly
We'll
different.
continue. We'll
The beat
continue.
is slightly different.
I ain't get a chance to listen to it, but you know, T Pain always T mixes it up. But yeah, I give it a B. It was a solid listen. It had some high points, some low points, but the highs, the goods outweigh the bads. In this case, put together. With the exception, them interludes at the end, we gotta find like a middle ground on that joint. Like either none at all, like Jeezy, or overkill it with like Ludacris. But, but yeah, that's
All right. It's on Cheddar.
Yeah.
Beats across the
No.
board. Oh, here we go.
hey what?
I give it a solid A. I think if he had done a little bit of concept album thing, then I think I would have given it an A plus.
Appreciate
But picture. Smino's got a show tonight. He calls some girl over to do his hair at the crib. They're sitting there having a kickback, you know what I'm saying? Smoking, drinking. He gets the spins. He's got to lay down some. Pops up, you know what I'm saying? Hops into Hoopty to go to the show. The Hoopty don't work, so he's got to call the cab driver. The cab driver comes through. Hey, you been to the King of Diamonds? King of Diamonds? It'll all flow in a little general concept album theme. But no, so I give it an A. But also, for the record, this is 2023. You know what I'm saying? This is 2024, and then
Ah,
2025.
yo,
So
I
back to back
forgot.
to back. Yeah. Don't forget about this
I
thing.
got
I
I gotta
forgot.
look it
Yeah,
up.
I,
I
yeah.
gotta look it up. I gotta check the numbers.
oh,
I gotta check the
2023,
numbers.
oh no, I remember
2024,
it was a time
2025.
that
You know what that
that
means, though.
40 I came down to Charlotte.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm already down there.
Yeah.
Somebody was supposed to pop up, but they ain't show up.
yeah. So that was
Oh,
2023.
hey, I don't know if I'd be drinking that at
Oh
church. I gotta have like,
no, I didn't really. I was pantomiming and drinking. I didn't
oh,
really drink out of it.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
got B's across the board for
No, you got
Smino
three.
Noir.
You got back to back to back B's, like three B's, three Pete and B's, and then you got an A. I'm just saying, three Pete is on my mind. That's all I got to say.
What's
We got
next
that
week?
big baller brand.
What's next
And,
week, man?
it's on 40.
oh, shit. Wait, it's actually me? Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
that,
Wait. If he
Wait,
ain't got his album, I got mine. I already got mine.
no, no,
I've been thinking
no.
about this all week.
I was actually thinking about it, and I was trying to. So the problem is, when it's underrated, I have a band that I want to put forward. They're gaining more traction now, but they were underrated when they came out.
Lincoln
So I
Park.
wanted to go with what? What's up?
Nothing. Go ahead.
So the main problem was I want to make sure I pick an album that's like short, or shorter than what we've been doing. And the album I was gonna
Does it
pick
fit the
is good, but
theme?
it's too much. What's up? So yeah,
Does it fit the
I'm gonna pick,
theme though?
yeah. So I want to pick Pixies Doolittle. Pixies is one of those bands that like they inspired. They were like inspiring a lot of like artists that came out right afterward. But the problem is that these guys were just weird enough that no one gave a shit except like the people they inspired. So and this the album Doolittle is like fantastic. Like at least personally, that's an album that when I was younger, I I'm looking at it now and I'm like literally from 1
1989.
to
Nice.
16. What's up?
1989.
Yeah.
How
And
does it
it's 38 minutes.
fit the theme?
Oh, Pixies are underrated. Like they're just one of those groups that like they existed before the style of music that they brought to the table actually popped off. So like cats like Nirvana and like that grunge scene kind of had like Pixies had a little bit to do with it. So unfortunately, people like the Pixies like them, but they didn't really like. No one really talks about them in that way, even though they have fantastic albums. But that's why I'm bringing them up, especially one of their best ones. And
All
it's
right,
also short. Shout out to y'all.
all
These
right.
2 hour triathlon.
I'm looking at one of the tracks right now. It's 351. You better hope we don't pull that card. You better hope we don't pull that card. We're
hey,
gonna be like, hey man.
hey, I'm sorry that you always drop these neo soul. We gotta have 6 solos on the end of the song. I'm sorry. My apologies. But
Okay, wait. Your album. It better not be one fucking song.
Also, for what it's worth, it looks like there's a lemur on the cover of this album. I'm just saying. Themes seem to be present all along. Smino's all ingrained in everything. That's all I'm trying to say.
A lemur, buddy, but I will bow down to it. Go
I'm just
ahead.
saying.
put it on your.
Shout out to 2025, the year of the lemur.
Shout out 2025, 2024, and 2023.
Hey,
I'm out.
we're changing the commissioner because this is kind of rigged. If the guy wins 3 times in a row, and he gets to choose who gets picked,
Is,
Y'all can't beat me.
isn't it your league?
it isn't league.
Aren't you
I
the
mean,
I'm just
captain?
saying, every year, all I hear is, "Oh man, Steven's team's about to be dope." Oh, Jared's team, Justin's team might be a little bit of a sleeper hit, but Kobe, you drafted terribly. Oh, Kobe, you drafted terribly. Every year, I win again and again and
That's 'cause
again.
I'm injured every
hey,
year.
there was one year it was collusion between us. Don't lie.
Between
I
Yeah,
had given up and I had given you like Michael. I had given you like LeBron or
there's a
something.
lot of cheating in this
I
league.
don't remember that.
Don't be a part of. Don't be a
Hey,
part of.
the only reason why these leagues are fucked up is because I give up
Shout out to
halfway
Reggie,
through because I forgot how many games.
Reggie was the real sleeper of this league, man. I was expecting him
Hey,
to have as good a season as he had.
shout out to Reggie, man. He got next. He got
Does
next.
he though? I don't know. I'm looking for that 4-peat, the first person ever.
Hey, I got mine, so I'm